I'm sorry. I have another love that I wanted to talk about.
Okay, well then we can talk about our second love.
Okay, so we're going to talk about our second loves before the episode over. This is going to be a long episode, but I specifically chose this topic because I had some shit to say. All right?
Amen.
My second love, we're going to call him EJ. Do you know who I'm talking about? We're going to call him EJ. So, I met EJ in... I don't want to say EJ. I'm sorry. That just sounds like a mouthful. We're going to call him Jay. So, I met Jay in... you know what I'm talking about? Yes. I met him in middle school, 6th grade. He was friends with my best friend at the time.
That's when you met him? You didn't meet him till 6th grade?
Yeah, I didn't know him in elementary school.
Oh.
Yeah, so he was good friends with my best friend. Tamara. We're gonna call her Tamara. And we had a crush on each other. I remember this other girl liked him as well. We're gonna call her Dion. Yeah, we're gonna call her Dion. She liked him as well.
Smart with the name.
Okay. Yeah. So we was literally in competition with each other. Like, I've never been in competition with a girl so politely though. Like, we didn't have no beef with each other. Friendly. We was literally really close friends, me and Dion. And I remember we would literally get home from school and call this man and see whose phone call he would answer. We would talk to him for hours, and then when we got off the phone with him, we would text each other like, I just spoke to Jay for 4 hours. Did you talk to him today? Like, it was literally like a competition, okay? A competition. And I remember, like, it was some days where he wouldn't answer the phone for me because he was on the phone with her, and he would text me like, yeah, I'm talking to Dion. And I'd be like, okay, so I get to school the next day, I'm in this man's face, okay? I'm like, he's going to answer the phone for me tonight, girl. I'm in his face today, okay? So we was literally like friendly competition of who is this man going to choose. Like, down bad for this man, all right? Never again, okay? We need to stand up. So that's going to be the title. Stand up, ladies. All right. So nothing ever happened with him in 6th grade for either one of us, okay? Because I ended up switching schools. So I didn't go to school with him the rest of middle school. But I did go to school with him in high school. Now, I had a boyfriend in 9th grade. We're going to call him Scott. So I had a boyfriend named Scott in 9th grade, and we was dating for a year. We broke up the last day of high school because he was physically abusing me. And me and Jay started talking that summer. Now, Jay and Scott were friends. Like, they had the same friend group. So me and Jay were talking that whole summer, 2 months, and we made a goal to stay on the phone before iPhone started hanging up at 8 hours. We made a goal for us to be on the phone for 24 hours straight.
Pearl? It shocked me. I'm sorry.
Girl.
I took medicine.
You couldn't wait?
I took medicine. It was making my stomach hurt. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. But we made a goal for us to be on the phone for 24 hours. So it took us, like, I remember, like, we got so close one time. We got, like, to 22 hours. And it was to the point where, like, my mom knew about it. And, like, she would ask me, like, are you on the phone with Jay? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh, how long has it been? 18 hours.
We love her.
Okay, exactly. My mom was so, like, yeah, I told my mom about it.
Supportive.
Right. So we finally did make it to 24 hours one time. And we were both so fucking happy. And I think when we made it to 24 hours, we didn't even hang up. We stayed on the phone until 36 hours. Like, we were on the phone for 36 hours. All right. All right. So, mind you, this was happening all summer. We're on the phone, we're flirting, we're talking, we're like, I want to see you so bad, I can't wait for school to start. Like, are you ready to be a sophomore? Blah, blah, blah. So, school starts. I find out I have 1 class with him on B days, 2 classes with him on A days. So we start off on an A day. A day classes, we have first and second periods together. So first period comes, I'm like, oh yeah, he in my first period. I sat next to him. It's a weird ass energy. Like, when I'm telling you, like, it was like I was climbing a mountain. Like, I don't know. It was so hard for me to converse with him because he was not talking to me, like, at all. Like, he wasn't saying anything back to me when I would talk to him. He would just grunt. And when I would try to talk to him or look at him, like, not look at him, but like try to interact with him, he would like turn away from me and shit. And I'm just like, okay, like, is he shy? Like, what the fuck? Because we just spent the last 2.5 months on the phone all fucking day, saying how much we couldn't wait to see each other. So what the fuck is going on? Second period comes, he's in my second period. He sat all the way on the other side of the classroom. Like, all the way on the other side. And I was just like, okay, like,
what's going on?
Yeah. So that behavior continued for 4 months. I would go up to him, and then the next day, like, we only had fourth period together. So the very last period, on B days is the only time I would see him on B days. And I did it again the next day. Tried to sit next to him, like, on English class. We had English class, technology, and art together. So English class, sit next to him, still wouldn't talk to me. Talk to everybody else, have full-blown conversations, would not talk to me, wouldn't help me, wouldn't look at me, like, literally avoided eye contact. So I'm like, okay, I tried to talk to him for 4 months, every single day in and day out. I tried to talk to him for 4 months, to the point where it was this one guy in my art class who wanted to, like, be with me. And it's he was trying to be with me. And I told him I like Jay. And he was like, I see you. Like, he noticed me talking to Jay every day in art class. We all had art class together. He noticed me talking to him every day. He even said himself, like, why is he not talking to you when you be trying to talk to him? Like, I see him, like, you'll be talking to him and he'll be looking at, like, the person on the other side of him. So it's like me, him, and somebody else, and he'll turn his back completely to me and start talking to the other person on the other side of him. And I'm like, no way that this man is noticing it as well. Like, I'm thinking maybe I'm tripping, or maybe he's shy or whatever, but no, it was literally like that for 4 months. And I'm just like, this man is trying to be with me. He wants to be my boyfriend. And I told him that I like somebody else, and he's like, okay, well, why does he turn his back to you when you talk to him? And I'm just like,
good point.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And I'm like, dang, like, that confirmed that shit was actually fucking happening. Yeah. And then in second period, again, he never, ever in second period, ever sat next to me, ever talked to me in second period. When we had group projects, didn't want to be in my group. Like, dang. He sat by the door. I remember he sat by the door. So whenever he came into class first, he would sit down, and if I was one of the last people coming in, I had to walk past him to get to my seat. So I would walk past him, and I would, like, say, hey, or I would touch his hand or touch his hair because he has really lovely hair. Okay, you already know. But I would, like, play in his hair, and he would, like, pull away from me and be like, stop, what are you doing? Like, but he would always be laughing. So it's not like he's like, bro, I don't fuck with you, stop touching me. Yeah. It's like he was like, stop, like, and he would say it, like, jokingly, but it was every single day. So I'm like, okay, maybe he's just playing too fucking much. But no, he was not playing. He was so serious. Like, I guess he just didn't know how to tell me. So the very last day I decided to stop giving a fuck is one day we was in fourth period. I sat next to him. I was trying to talk to him all fourth period, and he again was not reciprocating. So we had, like, an assignment, and we had a sheet of paper in front of us. And I had water. So after he didn't respond to something I said, I can't even remember what I said, but I had said something. He didn't respond. I started drinking my water. This man grabbed my water bottle.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm drinking it. he grabbed it at the bottom and squeezed it. So all the water shot in my face. It went all down my body. My piece of paperwork was wet as fuck. I was just like, I literally just sat there like in fucking shock. I didn't even speak or move. And I was just like, I wanted to cry so bad. Like, I really, even now think about it, like, I remember the pain that I felt in my heart when that shit happened. Because I was just like,
why was he doing that?
I'm gonna get to that.
Oh, okay.
So he started laughing and he was like, I didn't even think it was going to do all that. Like, I didn't know it was going to spill that much or whatever. And I'm like, bitch, what the fuck did you think was going to happen if I'm drinking water and you squeeze the fucking bottle? Like, what the fuck did you think was going to happen? So I didn't say nothing. Again, I'm still sitting there, still quiet, not saying shit. So I get up and I move because, again, my heart just fucking broke. Like, not only have you been dissing me the past 4 months, now you're fucking embarrassing me.
Yeah.
What the fuck? So I get up and I move seats and I'm sitting there and I'm just like shaking my leg because I'm fucking trying not to cry. I have anxiety. I'm angry. So I'm just shaking my leg. The boy who wanted to be with me texted me right at that moment and said, come outside. So I walked out of the classroom door and he was there and he was like, yeah, like, I just wanted to see you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, let me tell you how fucking perfect your motherfucking timing is. And I told him everything that happened. And he was just like, I'm so sorry. Like, I realized that he always treated you that way. Like, why would he do that to you? Blah, blah, blah. Like, he ended up I'm not going to get into him, but I was so sad and so heartbroken. And so since that day, I stopped talking to him. Like, I didn't sit next to him in art class anymore. I didn't try to interact with him in the second period, which was technology. Like, I didn't interact with him. We had English together. I sat every day, where's he sitting? I'm gonna sit completely opposite of him. Like, I gave up 100%. Like, that day I was like, that is so embarrassing.
Yeah, like,
that is so fucking embarrassing.
Not being mean and trying to embarrass you.
Exactly. What the fuck? Like, so then that happened in 10th grade. So I didn't find out until a few months after we graduated, I believe. Nah, I don't think it was a few months after you graduated. I think it was like 2020. I think it was 2020. I graduated in 2018. I think it was 2020.
Is when you found out why?
Yes, when I found out why. So apparently, like I said, Jay was friends with Scott. Scott was my ex-boyfriend in 9th grade. Okay. Me and Jay started liking each other. First of all, me and Jay liked each other since fucking middle school. Okay. So me and Jay started trying to be together summer of 10th grade, going into 10th grade. So he said the reason that he stopped like trying to get with me or whatever in 10th grade is because people was telling him that I was still talking to Scott. I'm like, it's no fucking way that the same thing just happened with another fucking love. My first and second love, the same shit happened. Are you fucking serious? Are you serious? Like, that shit boils my blood. So I was like, you realize that for 3 months, me and you was on the phone all day, every single day, 24 fucking hours a day. And day one we get to school is when you fucking decide that you don't want to do it anymore. And then you don't even have the balls to say shit. You just start treating me like shit. What the fuck is wrong with you? And the only reason he told me is because we became like friends again. In like 2019. And so 2020 came, you know, he's in college or whatever now. Yeah. But 2020 came and he tried to, basically told me he had feelings for me. And he wanted like to be, you know, yeah. And so I was like, no. Fuck no. Yeah. I was like, hell no. I didn't go off on him, but I was just like, no, like, do you not realize that in school you broke my fucking heart? Do you not remember that shit? Do you not remember squirting water all over me in front of everybody? Do you not remember that? Do you not remember that you told me that people kept coming up to you telling you that I was with Scott? And that's why you stopped talking to me, knowing damn well that Scott was beating my ass? You remember that? I was like, since the day you spilled water on me, I closed my heart off to you for the rest of my life.
Literally.
I told myself I was never, ever, even if I do still have feelings for you, I'm never going to try and date you. I'm never going to take you seriously. Like, you are done to me. You're done.
Dead.
And he was just like, yeah, like, I'm so sorry. I definitely should have came to you and said something to you, or I should have asked you before I just decided to start changing my actions. And I, like, to this day, I always think that I fumbled you, and like, I regret that so much, blah blah blah. And so, I'm like, fuck yeah.
This he did this in high school.
Yeah, 10th grade.
Okay. Absolutely not, sir. Because I thought you were saying like it happened in middle school.
No, all this happened in 10th grade.
Boy, because I was about to be like, oh, he was young. No, you're not young, boy. You knew exactly what you was doing. I would say hell no too. That's insane.
It's very fucking crazy.
The fact that he acted like that is also very insane. That's shocking.
Because he is a good, nice person. He is not this evil being, and that's why, like, I feel like he didn't, bro. But that's why I feel like he didn't have the courage to tell me. It's because, like, he liked me, but he felt like it was wrong to like me, but like he didn't want to say nothing.
Man, like, why does everybody talk like they were scared of this man or something?
What man?
Scott.
Who's everybody?
Literally, like, when I hear people talk about him from school, it's like, yeah, I seen her and she was cute, but this person was tripping. Like, sir,
bruh,
you should have left her alone.
Bruh, I don't know, but that shit, like,
not water in my face. That's crazy. That's insane.
The whole thing is like, it was literally, I literally felt the heartbreak immediately when the water squirted. Immediately. I'm like, because there's no way somebody who had feelings for me, somebody who wants to be with me, is going to sit here and do this shit and think it's funny. Like, literally started laughing afterwards, like, had to turn away because he was laughing. I'm like,
and that's like you were just being spiteful, for real. It wasn't funny.
That shit is embarrassing as fuck. What the fuck? And we were sitting in like tables of 4, so it was 2 other people sitting across from us watching this shit happen. And I'm just like, all because somebody told you that I was still talking to Scott,
and he didn't just ask you. Could have been simple.
And I don't talk to Scott. I don't talk to him. When we broke up, I did not talk to him at all. Talking about we was on and off. No, we were not. Once we broke up, we were done. We never got back on. What are you saying? But you don't want to ask me. Just like the first person didn't want to ask me. Why does this keep happening every time I fall in love? God damn.
Patterns. That's insane.
Y'all just be weak.
I probably would have smacked him with that water bottle. I'm not gonna lie,
bro. I was too sad. I was like literally trying not to cry. I'm like, I'm gonna tell y'all this water is, or these tears is water.
There's water. I'm so sorry, friend. That is not cool.
It's really not. Thank you.
And we weren't even talking then, so you can even. I don't even know.
Girl.
That's so not nice. Like, I'm literally in shock because he did that,
and then tried to spin the block years later. Was really crazy. Insane. Like, I'm like, Nick,
boy,
yeah.
Good God, we don't like that at all.
No, be nice to people, guys. Just tell people the truth. I promise, because I'm pretty sure if you would have told me the truth, it would have saved me from all these years of being hurt about this. Like,
10th grade is what, 2016?
Yeah, 16 years old, acting like that. Okay,
that's crazy.
Okay, do you want to tell your second story?
Yeah. Speaking of people being embarrassing and buttholes, again, I don't care about the names because it is what it is. Like, you gonna do beat me up? It's like, no, anyway, maybe. But my second love was AJ. That was his name. His name was Antoine. And
okay, government.
Yeah. Loki should have just called you by your middle name, but so his name was Antoine AJ, and I met him through school. We were in band together. When you go through band, you have band camp. So in the summertime, I was working out. I was running, getting this body snatched than it already was. I met him. Well, I knew of him during band camp, but I didn't meet him until after I ended up breaking up with my other guy. Like, we knew each other. We was cool because he was in percussion, so he was on the drums and I was a dancer, and we always, for some reason, were like this. It's like the drummers and us were just like besties. It's like everybody was dating somebody that was a drummer. It just was what it was. Dang, literally though. Like, I'm not lying. That's crazy. We started dating. I forgot how we ended up together, but I know I had this really bomb teacher. She was my math teacher. She was so bomb. I loved her so much. This was later in my 9th grade year. Bruh, I loved her so much. We had class together and he was just hilarious. And she would always be like, you just being a class clown. But she was never mean to him. You know how teachers are always like, you a class clown and get out my class. And she wasn't like that. Like, we all laughed and he was just cool. People would talk about him because he used to wear 2 different types of Jordans. They're the same Jordans, but maybe he'll mismatch the colors or something. And then like people were just talking about him. Again, I'm known because I went to school with people. It was like a mix of people from 2 different middle schools. So I knew them. And I started talking to him. He started walking me back and forth to class. We had class together. So yeah, it was cool. He would walk me to my next class. He was very, very gentleman-like. Okay. I liked him very much so.
I like you.
Anyway, what happened? It was really good for a long time, honestly. I think when we start approaching maybe a year is when it started getting unchy, to be honest. But we would sit together when we went to, that year, guys, I went to Disney World and we performed there. And so we were together there. And at that point, it was almost the end of the school year when we were performing. So I'll say we was together for like 7-8 months. And y'all, he was so sweet. Like, we literally would be on the phone all the time. Like, all the time we were on the phone. My mom used to hang up the phone when I fell asleep on the phone with him, and I used to be like, girl, why you all up in my business like this? Okay. Leave him on the phone. And that's when Uvu was around, because I had an iPhone and he didn't have an iPhone. He had an Android, so we used to Uvu. Yeah. And I met his siblings and stuff like that. They were really cool too. At first. Because I went to school with his sister. She was older than us. But yeah, I started telling him, like, start trying to wash your face, because he was having bad, like, acne breakouts.
Start trying to wash your face!
But I genuinely did ask him, like, why does he have really bad breakouts or whatever? And I started telling him, like, what to try to use or whatever. And it was just something that he struggled with. It's nothing he could control. But, haircuts and dress, and I was like, oh my god, you should get earrings, you would be so cute with earrings. He ended up getting earrings, whatever. Bruh. So I feel like once he started hanging around the people that I was around, he started being a butt. He really did. Like, once he got around like the popular kids and like the known people, when they started to, not to say it like that, but like acknowledge him more, it just was like, that was a wrap for me, to be honest. I should have realized it then, but I didn't. We went to Disney World. We were dating at this time. I went through his phone. I went through your phone last night. We had the same phone and the same password, so I could get in it. We were going to the park. So after we performed, we would go to the parks, and he had his phone in my bag. So I had it when we got back to the hotel room, and everybody was already in their room. So I was like thinking it was my phone, and no, it was his phone. And it was a girl, we'll call her Summer. Summer was texting him. They were texting back and forth the whole time, and he's telling her, like, I love you, I miss you, I this, I that, I that. And I'm like, again, bro? Like, I dead was like, are you serious? Like, there is no way, bro. There's no way. So Summer, I'm like, who is that? Oh, that's just that's a family friend. Like, that's my mom's friend's daughter. Like, we're basically god, sister, and brother. Now, that's what he told me at first, and I never knew her name. That's when she was over their house one time, we was on the phone. That's what he said. He would leave the phone for like 20 minutes at a time. Okay, I'm thinking this is a god sister. No, she wasn't. So I seen the text messages. I got mad. It was a girl on the trip. Again, we keep saying I like girls.
She was there?
Yes. Wait, the girl?
The girl who texted him?
No, she wasn't there.
Oh, I was about to say.
She was the captain. And so we were messing around. Again, I like girls. Mm-hmm. So I told him the next day, and he was just like crying. And I'm like, oh, well, let me tell you why. And so, no, before I told him, before that happened, before I told him, we went to the park. The girl was calling his phone. He said, hold my phone. I'm getting on a ride. I didn't want to get on a ride. It was like the biggest ride in the park. So me and my friend, we'll call her Megan, was sitting on the sidewalk. And she was like, his phone is ringing. Here, answer. And I answered. And she's like, baby. And I say, hello? Who is this? Hangs up the phone.
Baby.
I'm like, we're in the park together. And this man, like, that's got crazy. Me like, I'm in Florida. I'm in a whole nother state with this man. So I'm like, here we go.
Again. Round two.
I swear to God. Clunk, clunk. It was getting real for me, okay? So I'm heated and I'm crying, like bawling in the park, like sitting on the sidewalk bawling, just crying. And Megan's like, it's okay, like, girl, whatever, like, just have fun. Like, same thing, people telling me, have fun, forget about it, like, don't say anything to him right now, wait till we get back home to Maryland. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. So before we could go out to the pool or whatever, I told him, like, yeah, I was mad, I like this girl, I kissed this girl, like, or whatever. And
I kissed the girl and I liked it.
Yeah. And so, but that girl at the time, I did not know, had a boyfriend as well. I did not know. And he was on the trip with us.
And so they were roommates.
Right. Dead serious.
That's so crazy.
She ended up telling him. He was pissed, like he was mad, and I'm like, oh, I did not know, like, whatever. So I didn't know, and so he ended up being like, nah, like, that wasn't even me texting, like, whatever, lies, like, stupid stuff. And so when we leaving the trip, I go home with him, like, with him, his sister, again, because I'm thinking we're all cool. So I go over there and I wait for my granddad to pick me up, and I go home. When I got back to school, no, y'all, we was on a bus, and, you know, we boyfriend and girlfriend. I went home, I had a huge hickey on my neck. It was so big. When I said so big, that train was like, this.
Well, I feel like I remember that.
Oh my gosh. My grandma said, is that a hickey on your neck? I said, nah, girl. So at the park, right, they got this thing called, like, it's this, like, river, and it has rocks in it, and it really was this guy, we'll call him Jaden hit his head in the pool. Like, we thought he died. And he ended up with a bruise. I was like, nah, I hit my neck. Like,
I hit my neck.
I hit my neck inside of the it was like really rushy waters, you know, it was just a lot going on.
Whiplash.
So, yeah. I was like, I hit my neck. So I just ended up getting like a cold spoon and just like holding it. It works. Like holding it. But it was still there by the time my mom came home. So I go back to school, y'all. Everybody hated me. Like, in band, everybody was calling me all types of bitches and all this other stuff. And they're like, I guess he just told them that I, like, kissed the girl. And I'm like, but you did not tell them that you cheated on me. And I guess the girl's boyfriend was also mad, so that made them hate me more. And I'm like, I'm getting backlash for something he should be getting shit for. Period. So whatever. He starts saying like, all right, y'all, whatever, chill out. Like, this is my girlfriend. Like, it don't matter. So we ended up staying together, y'all, for a very, very, very long time. So then he has a cousin that I went to middle school with. And I remember, I'm not going to say his name, but we're going to call him, I don't know what to call this man.
Who are you talking about? You talking about? Think you're talking about? Oh.
Zebra. We're going to call him Zebra. So Zebra and I went to middle school together, and I remember like being in middle school and being like, bruh. I was standing in the line. No, I always had a body, so it was always there. Body, yada, 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 yada.
Continue.
And I remember being in middle school and Zebra being like, hey, let me eat your butt like a cupcake. I swear to God, he said that. And I was like, no.
What? Did he say things like that casually, usually?
Yes, he was very, very bad in school, bruh. Yes, he definitely said stuff like that.
I don't know this version of him.
I know.
God!
Yeah.
God!
He was a Mac with the ladies, okay? But no. Wow. He said that to me when I was in the line.
Say it again.
And I was like, sorry. Not say it again. He was like, let me eat your butt like a cupcake. And I was like, no.
A cupcake?
I just awkwardly like,
you know how up close your mouth gotta be on somebody's butt to eat it like a cupcake? You gotta put your face in a cupcake in order to take a bite.
First of all, do y'all know we in middle school? We in 8th grade. So I'm looking at him like, So I just kept walking because again I was with my first love. So I'm like,
watching that cupcake walk away. Go
ahead. Yeah. And so we was on, me and AJ was on Uvu one day, and his cousins were there, and they were like, oh my God, you're with this Chyna? I thought you was with the other Chyna. How did you pull this girl? Like, I tried to pull her. Like, it was just like, I was like, oh yeah, okay, I didn't know you guys were cousins, that's cool. But he was really, really cool. He ended up like calming down so much, as like, he's a great person. Shout out to you.
Oh.
Go listen to his music.
Who got music?
Zebra.
Oh yeah.
He has amazing music. His
amazing
music name is North Soul. Y'all should go listen to
North
him.
with an F.
Yeah. Very good music. Okay.
Soul is SOLE or SOUL?
SOLE. NOR.
Go ahead. Shout him out. That's your boy.
NORFSOLE. Okay. Yeah. On Instagram, find him. He's on Apple Music.
Okay.
YouTube.
Yeah.
So her, because I ended up introducing her to one of his cousins named Kai. We'll call him Kai.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, shout out to you. Named Kai, and Kai and her had started like.
Sorry, Kai is the Google apology guy.
Go look at it on TikTok. Y'all have to go on her TikTok. Go on her TikTok and look at the Google apology guy. Like, you have to watch that video. So Kai is that guy. So again, this is when me and AJ's relationship is still good. Like, me, her, Kai, Zebra, we're all at a friend's house.
The Google.
Me, her, Zebra, and Google. We're all at a friend's house. Oh, and AJ. So it was really good. And then I think something happened that night. I don't know. I don't remember what happened, bruh. But I remember coming back here and we were in the room and I was on the phone with him. And I don't remember what happened, bruh. But you were like, no. Like, no, Chyna, no. And I don't remember what he said or what happened or what he did. But we were just like,
I don't remember this.
I know, girl, but we're gonna have to figure it out because I need. What happened?
I said no, I
think he called me crying or something. He called me saying or doing something. He either did something or he called me and said something, and you were like, I think he broke up with me after that. I don't know what happened.
I feel like that was the case, because one thing that you unlocking a memory by saying that y'all were breaking up every fucking day. So I think that was, because in my head I was just like, we just had a good ass day. Why is he now like making an issue and trying to break up with you?
Right.
I think it was that.
Yeah. Something had happened and I was just like, what? Like, what are you? I was confused because the date was amazing. Like, it was. So I was just lost. And then I ended up, we're just gonna zoom because I don't remember exactly what happened after that, but he ended up becoming like really cocky and it was really bad. Like, so the girl that he was with before me, one time I was walking down the hallway because stairwells was a thing in our school, I guess. And about to go down the stairwell, y'all, I was a baddie, okay? I had just got my hair done. I had some honey blonde braids down to the ankles. I had on a tight pencil skirt and my uniform shirt. It was white, but it was cropped. And baby, I had on the boots. It was real cute.
You wear cropped shirts to school?
Mm-hmm. But my pencil skirt was up. So it wasn't like I was like showing anything. But I'm sitting here walking. And y'all, he was in the stairwell kissing this girl.
You walked in on him?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I was like,
wow.
What? Like, y'all, my heart. Because okay, on the phone, text messages, but like no, in person.
Yeah.
Like, and then it's crazy because that girl had cheated on him. So I'm like, oh God, you just went back to a girl who cheated on you. I just was standing there like, okay, so y'all know how like you go up the stairwells and then you turn, but it's like a blocker. You can literally lean there and look at people. And I'm looking at him kissing her. And I'm like, okay. That's what I said. I was just like, okay. And I just started walking away. This man ran up the stairs, grabbed me by my braids, and was like, come here. And I'm just like, at that time, I didn't know that was wrong, right?
Not grab me by my braids.
Grabbed me by my braids and was like, bro, like, no, it wasn't like that. Like, da-da-da-da.
It wasn't like
bro,
what?
It wasn't like what? I just seen you kissing this girl. What are you talking about? So I just was like, break it on my face, whatever. So throughout our relationship, it was a lot of that. It was a lot of, bro, he even had this girl as his wallpaper one time. And I promised myself as an adult, I had to apologize to myself as a teenager because the that I put up with was ridiculous. Like, even till today, like, girls, if I go get my hair done, I've had my hair done by girls. I've had friends, old, like we go out and eat or something, and they'll be like, bruh, I don't understand why you were with him. You were so pretty. You could have had any guy, anybody else that you wanted. Like, and he was doing you so dirty. He would go to class because okay, so one time we was play fighting and he smacked me like really, really hard. And it left a bruise on my face. And my mom was like, y'all can no longer see each other. And then his sister started trying to come at me about, you said my brother hit you? And I'm like, he did hit me. Like, it just is what it is. Y'all was play fighting. It does not matter. I'm pretty sure you know how not to punch somebody in the face. Like, I'm confused. So, because we played all the time. So I'm like, you really wanted to do that. For real. But it was cool because I busted his lip. I ended up busting his lip or whatever. But
it was cool.
It's cool, y'all. But I'm saying, like, after that, he kept trying to like tell me, like, bro, calm down. I didn't mean to smack you. And then like a hand slipped and it busted his lip.
Hand slipped is crazy.
It did, because he was like, he was wrestling over my arms, and I was just like, bro, let me go. And then it like hit his lip and it busted it. Then he just started trying to call me like the devil and stuff. But whatever, girl, give some responsibility. So they ended up finding out. I don't know how. I think my mom called. I don't remember what happened, but she was like, where did that thing come on your face? Like, where did it come from? And I'm just like, we was play fighting and he hit me. Like, that's what happened. So the school ended up having to keep us separate. Like, we had to transfer all of our classes out of one another. We could not have the same classes. We cannot walk the same hallways. It just was bad because it was like our relationship was causing so much drama like throughout the school, and that's just real. I don't know why, but it was, and I feel like it was just so much, y'all. He just did so much effed up stuff. Like, we would be in math class, and because they couldn't keep all of our classes separate, we had a math class together, and this man had another girl as his wallpaper on his phone.
Y'all were still together?
We were still together. So, like, I'll say from 10th grade, we were on and off always. Like, from 9th grade, to be honest, on and off the whole entire time. So everybody in the school is like, nah, y'all mess with each other for real. Y'all gonna go back to each other. You just talking to me for a second.
And it.
I wasn't trying to talk to nobody else. I was trying to talk to him. I was trying to get him to act right, which I shouldn't have. But the girl was a 9th grader. And she also had ended up joining band. We were in 11th grade, bruh. I'm like, my God. And not you preying on the innocence. Okay. But the girl, I ended up asking her, like, did you know that he's my boyfriend? She was like, oh my God, no. Like, I swear to goodness, I did not know that. Like, he said this. He just said you were crazy. I'm like, I'm not crazy. Like, y'all, I promise you. And I would always show people, like, look at these messages. I'm not being crazy. He's acting like that in front of y'all, but behind closed doors, he do not act like that. He will always do that, even in front of people. Like, he would love me so much in 1 second, and then the next second he'll be in another girl's face. And me and a girl ended up becoming really, really cool, actually. That's so weird. But I was like, am I tripping, or is this man walking down the hallway holding the same girl's hand? And I'm like, bruh, why would you just hold her hand? And he was a, quote, goofball, but literally, I wasn't a kiki, and he would just like run from me or whatever. And I'm like, I'm not even doing all that. You're doing too much. Like, crazy. Bruh, literally, like, oh nah. I was embarrassed. I'm like, this shit is crazy. This man is running like I didn't see what he actually just did. And I think he just didn't care what people were saying. Like, you're messed up for doing her like that. And it's crazy because people in band would be like, you're so pretty. Why are you messing with this ugly, you know? And I would be like, don't talk about him like that, like, because I like him. That's my boyfriend. That's why I'm with him. And he was embarrassing me. He was like doing stuff behind my back, even stuff that I did not know. Like, I was told, not even told, he shared a picture of me that I sent to him to someone else. And the only reason that they knew it was me is because I have a distinct birthmark on my back. No. And I'm like, oh no. Like, cause, you know, girls, they get exposed and stuff like that, but it wasn't like I was getting, my boyfriend was doing it. Like, I'm just like, are you serious? Like, you're tripping.
What Billie Eilish say? She said, Billie Eilish said, give an ugly guy a chance. And he acts like he runs the world. That's why don't give ugly people chances, okay? At least be done dirty by people who are attractive. At the very least, sis. Okay?
It's crazy, though, because he wasn't ugly to me until he started acting like that. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing about that boy. I did not care. Like, even with all the stuff that he was doing. And then it's crazy, y'all, because guess what ended up happening? Again, we are in band together. We're going to perform at a school to recruit people for the band, for the majorettes, all that. This man has the same girl, his ex, sitting on his lap on the bus.
He knew you were there.
He knew I was there.
He's just blatant with it.
Blatant. Like, when I tell you, my coach was like trying to don't turn around. Because I went to turn my head, I think. And she, like, grabbed my face and was, like, trying to, please, like, don't entertain it. Like, you know what they're doing. It's not worth it. Just leave them alone. Da-da-da. I'm like, and she wasn't that much, like, older than us. She had just graduated, like, a few years prior. She's like, bro, just let it go. And I'm like, bro, are you freaking serious? Like, I'm like, are you serious? Like, do you really have this girl sitting in your lap on this bus? Like, that's again the same thing, not exactly the same thing, but the same thing my prior love did. So I'm like, I think that was my breaking point, because I'm like, now this is becoming like disrespect at this point. And especially when I'm arguing with a whole bus, y'all, of my teammates defending him. Like, girl, that's why. Remember that girl I said he was messing with, Summer? Yeah, that's why she's been there first. He's been messing with her the whole time, and to this day, he's still with that girl. Like, he's with that girl right now. He's with that girl right now.
The girl that was your friend?
No.
Oh.
The girl who texted his phone when we was on that trip. And he said it was his god sister. No. They're together. They've been together for a while. And so I had left him alone after that. For real. He kept trying. When we was in 11th grade, I think later that year, a girl had came and she was in 9th and she had a sister. And that girl ended up being pregnant. I didn't know she was pregnant. But at that time, everybody was just saying he was messing with the girl. I would never know. I didn't know he was messing with that girl until Valentine's Day, bro, of 11th grade. I promise y'all. I came in that school. And when I say I tried to walk again, you either can go in the gym or you can go in the cafeteria. I was going to the cafeteria to see him. When I say the world of that school was trying to stop me from walking in that cafeteria, I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? Get out my way. Like, what are y'all doing? I just woke up. Don't nobody have time for this. And they're like trying to please, like, just go to the gym. Like, just go to the gym. It's fine. This man had bought this girl all types of stuff, like flowers, big balloons, big bear. Like, he had never got me anything. He had never got me anything but a lemonade. I promise you. God. That man had never got me anything. So I'm heartbroken. And at that time, my sister went to school with me and they were beefing because she's like, you're not about to sit here and do my sister dirty. Like, you're wild. Like, and they're like, Chyna, please just get over this man. Like, please get over this man. Like, he's embarrassing you. And I'm like, I was just hurt, bro. I think it was because it happened back to back. I tried to make it work for a long time. But I told her, like, I want you to know that he's put his hands on me before. Like, because he did. Whether we were playing at first or not. Like, it happened. So, you know, whatever. He kept trying to tell her I was crazy. He didn't talk to me. I was a stalker. Yet you're meeting me and asking me to come out of my class for kisses and wanting to hold my hand when you walking me to the bus and all this other stuff. Yet you're still messing with this other girl that's a 9th grader that just got to the school. And you buying her flowers and balloons and all this other stuff. I'm like, bro, you don't love anything. So she ended up confronting him because I ended up showing her messages. I said, he told me, because the girl ended up wanting to have a conversation with me. And I'm like, I'm not giving you anything because I don't know you. And I've been here first. I don't owe you nothing. So I ended up seeing the girl walking and we ended up talking, me, her, and her sister. And I'm like, I'm not scared of y'all. 1, 2. I've been here first and he's telling you lies. No, he said you're the crazy ex. I said, okay, are these crazy ex messages? Period. Because he just said he didn't mess with you and he didn't want me to say anything to you and was talking about you in these messages. Here, wanna look? She ended up confronting this man. You know what he ended up doing? Smacking her outside in front of the whole school.
Tried to tell you.
Did I feel bad? Absolutely not. This man was like giving her, like, he would wear like my coats and my jackets because he would wear my coats and my jean jackets and stuff like that. So he had my jean jacket on this particular day, which I never got it back. It was so nice, but she was wearing it. We have a library. I was walking down the hallway and I think somebody called me. My sister called me and was like, shorty got on your jacket. Like, I'm like, no, she don't. I just gave it to him. What you mean she got on my jacket? What you talking about? I walk in front of our library. It's like a bench that's like arched and then big windows. I took that jacket off of her. Right. And people were like, she's pregnant. And at that point, my brain was like, hold up, bro. What are y'all talking about? Yeah, she was.
Was it his?
I don't know. To this day, I don't know. But he went to the hospital and was with that girl when she gave birth to that baby. Mm. And the baby and him were his header on Twitter. I'm like, wrap it up.
Exactly. Yeah.
I wrapped it up.
Wrap it
I'm like, I'm good. Okay. And then years later, like after I graduated, I don't know if I ever told you this, he reached back out to me. He was trying to talk to me again. Mm. And we were talking for like maybe a couple weeks, and it was going cool. But then I was like, nah, bruh. If you want to talk to me, we don't have to talk about what you did. Because we're grown now. I want to talk about what you did. And he would not admit it. He would not apologize. So I cut him off, and we have never talked since then. Like, bro, no. Nope. That was my second love. It was really good. I really loved him deep down. But that limerence be something. Don't know what it means. Look it up.
Girl. I'm going to tell me.
Amen.
Yeah. So that's gonna be it for this episode. It's been 2 hours and 10 minutes. Like, that is so crazy. I don't know the last time I even talked this much. But anyway, so part 2 is going to be posted on Tuesday because we went a little long. But don't forget to like and subscribe and comment and share and favorite and copy and link. And thanks so much for tuning back in, and thank you for watching Comfy Convos. Okay, yeah, peace.